welcome back. I'm back from Virginia. We just did our Bespoke design retreat and I can't wait to share it all with you. This is a 4-day retreat that I do with women from all over the country. We take about 40 women and we are just surrounded by beauty and inspiration and connection and the gospel, and it's just a wonderful, refreshing, really unique kind of a bucket list trip that you can take. We've got one coming up in the spring. I've never done one in the spring, but you are invited. It's going to be in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, which is Norman Rockwell's hometown, and I want to take you to the Brimfield Flea Market. So if you've ever wanted to go, come with us. It's going to be a great group. I have so many fun and beautiful details already in the works, and we have a couple of different payment plans. The one that is the smallest amount because it covers the most amount of time, it's going to end on Tuesday night. So I just want to put that out there. If you are worried about cash flow to pay for the ticket, this is a good time to grab it. Grab it before Tuesday night. The other thing I want to tell you is that maybe you can't go on one of my retreats, or you want help before next May, and I would suggest joining my behind the scenes group. This is a weekly coaching group that meets on Thursdays, and I cover everything in my Elite Decorating Academy. I do one-on-one consulting with you if you need, and we have an amazing Bible study and just meet beautiful women that are like-minded and care about the same things, care about our homes, care about knowing Jesus more and doing excellent work. So that is available until Monday night, okay? So 2 kind of pressing things that you might want to know about. I'll put the links in the description below. But okay, so back to our most recent trip. And it was beautiful. It was so smooth, and this is our 5th retreat we've done, and so I definitely am getting a rhythm down, and I want to share with you some of like event planning tips and travel hacks, and I kind of have all that mixed in today's video. But right away you are gonna see my team, which is Kristen Hoffman. It's a little different each time, but it was Kristen Hoffman this time. She has an amazing YouTube channel. You probably already follow her, but go ahead and follow her if you don't. And then there was Stacy, who is the mother of my son-in-law. So our 2 kids got married in August, if you saw the wedding video. So we're related by marriage, and she's fantastic, very good at what she does. And then my daughter Madeline, who is my editor and does our social media and does a lot of things with She Holds Dearly. She was flown in as well. So we really had a dream team. Of course, Colby's always there. He's phenomenal, very good at working at these events. So you'll see all of them. And then I really wanted to show you our gift bags because I didn't have that in the video. So you'll see these bags, and I actually had tissue paper printed up with our logo. I don't even know if you can see it, but I'm very proud of that. I'm just such a sucker for branding. Okay, then as I pulled all the gifts together, it kind of became a collection of like homemaking treats. So it's kind of fun. Okay, so first off, every woman got a French bistro apron, really high quality canvas, striped, has a pocket across the front. And we met in Orange, Virginia, so we had to do something orange themed. So I got, this is one of my favorite brands of, shower gel and lotion. Actually, everything from this company is so fantastic. It's from France, and this is what the bottle looks like. The brand is Panier des Seines. I don't know if I said that right. Probably did not. Then everybody got a little bottle of matches. They're called fancy matches because everybody needs some pretty matches. Then a little jar of apricot jam from England. And this I included because it's always a big hit in our French picnics. This is Jacobsen salt. I'm a salt snob. I love good salt. So everyone got a little tin of Jacobsen salt. All right, let's jump in and check out this year's retreat. So this is us in our rabbit burrow is what we call it. It's our staging area in the part of the Mayhurst mansion. And we spend Sunday on what we call the ELF workshop. And it's where we have a whole list of just assembling gift bags and the French picnics and all the different workshops, and every detail is thought through. We even have a curling iron where we're ironing ribbons. Everything is counted and packaged just beautifully, perfectly. It takes us about 6 hours, and we are all working very hard, but it's a lot of fun. We're laughing and having a great time. And then we get to the installation part of the event. So we're allowed to actually forage at this estate, and we have 37 acres. And so I sent my girls out to find grasses and ivy and sticks and anything that would be good for I wanted to make I don't know even what it's called, but we called it the meadow. And it is something that I think is definitely new in the floral industry. It's starting to trend. And it is a huge floor garland is basically what it is, but it looks like it's like growing up out of the floor. It's really beautiful for altar spaces and things at weddings, but I wanted to do it around this beautiful pole with this tent. So I rented a tent. I normally don't do this, but I wanted an extra space for weather and just another inspirational space for everyone. You might recognize these curtains. These are from my bedroom. I packed these across the country, and I made this pennant garland about, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago on YouTube, and I decided to put it in the tent. We had to cut it, which was really painful, but we wanted 3 different strands of the white pennants up on the ceiling inside this tent. And then we created this meadow area in the middle. I got the flowers from the nice flowers. I bought these from West Wind Flowers, which is in Gordonsville, Virginia. If you're local, I really recommend it. She has a U-pick farm and helped me get the beautiful flowers, and then I mixed them in with all the free stuff. I'm gonna make a reel on Instagram to show you how I made this meadow. It's with chicken wire and Dollar Tree shoe boxes and a lot of creativity. So I love how the tent turned out. It is the dreamiest little tent I've ever seen. This is where we're gonna do our Bible study each morning, talk about Jesus and have worship and prayer in here. And it really came together, just sweet, interesting touches. I love this space so much. I just kept commenting on how darling it was. It even has the flag on the top, like a little circus tent. I just think it is so magical. Very happy with it. So we are getting smarter and smarter with our bespoke design retreat. I feel like my packing was way more concise this year, and part of it had to do with I only packed half of the clothing that I've done in the previous years because I planned to do laundry this week. So we have packed very small things and plan to reuse things. One of the things I've got in my back pocket this year is Earth Breeze. And this little package replaces an entire jug of laundry detergent. And you've got 2 options. I've got the fragrance free here, but there's the fresh scent as well, depending on which works best for you. I know a lot of us are dealing with hormone issues, and endocrine disruptors are all around us. Laundry soap, I've recently learned, is one of the worst culprits. And if you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. You've got sheets that you're laying in many hours a day, you've got clothing on your skin, and there's potentially a chemical residue that then is going straight into your body and doing some damage. Earth Breeze is free from optical brighteners, artificial dyes, parabens, bleach, phosphates, and preservatives. So to use these, you're gonna pull a sheet out. This will be an entire load, but if you have a half a load, just tear it in half like this, drop it in, it's quick dissolve, and it just acts like laundry detergent that you're used to. Right now you can try Earth Breeze for up to 40% off plus 4 free gifts at earthbreeze.com/sheholdsdearly. You can also click on the QR code provided here. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried Earth Breeze and what you love about it. All right, we're ready to go. It is Monday night. This is the welcome reception. We have a pattern that we use with these bespoke design retreats. Monday night is always the welcome reception. The women dress up, they get their gift bags, they have their name tags given out. And Colby did the check-in in the dining room. He was so sweet. He's the best husband, the best supporter. does not make fun of any of the girly things that we do and all the details. He just is precious. He's wonderful. So we have the gift bags handed out. We have an hour where everyone checks in. And then I always like to have some charcuterie and a DIY. Okay, I find that women do best when they're at an event or they're like meeting people and they might be kind of nervous. It's good to give them a project, a simple DIY that they can do with their hands. Like if they're keeping their hands busy, they don't have to look each other in the eyes the whole time. They don't have to talk about things that maybe make them nervous or whatever. I just feel like it's a great way to start. So if you're doing, I don't know, a party or women's ministry or something, that's a little tip. But we had these journals that the girls put together and they used Mod Podge. I think Mod Podge is one of the most important products you need in your DIY kit. I'm constantly using it to change artwork and redo covers and line things. To make a journal for this week. So you're gonna Mod Podge this fabric on, and then you will put a little name, what is that called? Book plate in there. And so my lovely Stacy, here's Stacy right here. Stacy is my son-in-law's mother, and she's here to help. She's very talented. So she designed these for you. So she'll be hovering and answering questions. Also, there are directions right here. So what we just need to do is add Mod Podge. After they got finished making their journals for the week, we did a full tour of the Mayhurst estate, and I'll show you the front of it here. But it is one of the most beautiful mansions I've ever seen. It was built by James Madison's relatives, and it is unbelievable. It's just the whole experience. I want all of my retreats to be like this. I want them to just be an escape and just a time to really connect with the Lord and other women and just remember what you love and what you were made to do. And that's really like the heart of the Bespoke design retreats. So we spend a lot of time and energy styling up the big reception table. We rent the dishes. It takes all day to get the banquet table set up, and we throw in some surprises like fireworks show and just have it all catered and have a lovely evening getting to know each other. And that usually goes to about 9 o'clock at night, and then everybody goes to bed. So that brings us to day 2, and I like to start out with what we call the gathering. And the gathering is, the last couple of years I've been studying a woman in the Bible who interacted with Jesus and really studying her and actually seeing ourselves in her, and then following up with how Jesus responded to her and the amazing transformation that comes in her life because she encounters the true Lord. And so we studied the woman who bled for 13 years and just talked about shame, living in shame, and that there's different ways that we can bleed. Our hearts can be bleeding, and it's a gift to us in a way. It brings us to a place of desperation where we are willing to risk in a way that a girl who's just a fangirl of Jesus may not want to risk. She got tunnel vision on Jesus, and she took a huge risk. That was our first lesson. We then had a French picnic where we got to get to know each other better. And then we brought in a speaker from the company Caspari, which is located in Paris and then in Virginia. So we had a representative come in and talk about their products. They specialize in really high-end paper products. He taught us how to mix in less expensive pieces with more expensive pieces, and I got so much inspiration for my Thanksgiving tablescape. It was a lot of fun. He was a hoot.
For 10 years it was great. Then I kind of, your fray pattern is an e-cut, and you've seen this, like designers like Mark Roberts loves to decorate with it. This is the chartreuse version, but you'll see the blue a lot.
Then we made our way out to the barn at Mayhurst and did a DIY. So I taught them how to make a faux antique mirror. It's a technique. And so it's 3 steps. And now everyone here knows how to take either plexiglass or a glass and turn it into an antique mirror. Then we ended with an IOD, the Iron Orchid Designs craft, where they transferred an image onto a canvas. And that was really a lot of fun. It was really neat to see how the women made different things. So much talent and beauty in that workshop. I didn't show it here because I'm going to do a whole nother video, but Wednesday is our antique and thrifting and shopping day. So we all spread out. We know lots of really good spots in Virginia, and we just buy up the treasures in Virginia, and then we have a show and tell in the evening. It's our fireside show and tell in this courtyard here, and we have desserts, and it's just so much fun. It's so incredibly educational. I learned so much from the things that the women buy and the way they're going to use them and the different names of things, how old they are. And I just learned so much. There was so many beautiful things that the women collected. I was in awe. I was really proud of their eye for beauty as they were out there. And it's always really sweet. It's like Christmas. It's like everyone shows up with their bags and secret little packages, and then they get to show. We showed 3 things each, and just lots of jokes and laughter and really precious time. I love show and tell night.
So it's really pretty. I love it.
I'm jealous.
Yes, and it's not a very.
And then our last day is a Thursday, and it's similar to the Tuesday. We start off with our gathering session, and this time we focused on Jesus's response to the woman that had bled for 13 years. And he ends up giving her so much more than what she came for, so much more than the physical healing that she was wanting from him. He turns his face towards her, and he clears her entire reputation as being an unclean woman, someone not to interact with. And he speaks just life over her. He calls her daughter. It's the only time in scripture that he calls a woman daughter. And it's just, there were 9 different points that we looked at about the character of God and just the way that he responds to a heart that is desperate for him. It was so beautiful. We got to end that session with powerful worship time and prayer for each other. And it really is my favorite part of the design retreat. There's so much life transformation that happens, and hearts are healed, and women just have amazing testimonies from this time. We had people get saved and just amazing new purpose for their lives and understanding of what God wanted them to do next. And he just always shows up in that way for us. So we had lunch. After that, we did a decor panel. It was just Kristen Hoffman and myself, and we answered any questions that they had. There was no questions that were off limits. So there was a lot of business questions. Every year it's a little different. We answered design questions and a lot of business questions. One of the big ones was how to know like when to continue your business or when to quit it. And we spent a lot of time on that. It's a very good question, because business is really hard, and you have to keep yourself encouraged, and you have to stay really connected, I believe, to God's calling on your life, and not quit because it's hard, but also not hold on to something that God is no longer wanting you to work in. And so that was a really amazing talk, and I really appreciated the questions that were submitted. I think you need a cabinet paint.
Okay.
Hard paints. I mean, Colby would say painted oil, but I hate working with oil paints. I mean, I would go into the paint store, I love Sherwin-Williams, it's called. That's good. So it's water-based, so it's not horrible. Finally, we went back to the barn, picked up our antique mirrors, and then practiced making mood boards. I love making mood boards. I do them all the time. I use Canva. I used to use magazines, but we did magazines. And just to capture the essence of what the Lord had done in each of their hearts for the week. And then a lot of them shared with each other and with me why they did what they did on their mood boards. But this is something that it doesn't have to be as deep as this, as it doesn't have to be spiritual. I'll do it for my Christmas decor, or, if I'm planning a wedding or redoing a bathroom or something, I love to put a mood board together. And it's a little different than a design board. A design board actually has the elements that you're decorating with, but this will get you kind of the vision for what you want the place to feel like. Oh, well, thank you for watching. I love looking at the videos after we get back home and just remembering all the different women and the details that were so special about each individual year. Bespoke means custom made for you, and that is a good word to describe this type of event. We redo some of the basic outlines, like Monday night's always the welcome reception, Wednesday's always going to be our shopping day, but the details are different every year, and I love that. So I hope you enjoyed a little peek into our special week, and that maybe someday you can join us too. I would love to meet you in person. So be blessed. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.